Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mur, also known as Mur Does, and in this video I am going to be taking you on a little plein air camping adventure. And what makes this particular adventure more unique is that it's my first time solo camping all by myself. So needless to say, I went into this a tad bit nervous, but I think overall I ended up having a really great time and made tons of art, and I made this video so that you can come along with me and you'll be seeing everything that I made over 2 to 3 days of being up in the mountains, up in nature. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Here you just saw me prepping canvas panels slash campus. And my plan mostly is to do all small paintings, especially when it comes to the oil paintings. I've been trying to teach myself how to, paint faster and paint smaller. I do like painting big sometimes, but other times, like this camping trip where I want to kind of pump out more art and not feel so pressured, I just wanted to pack a bunch of small canvases this time. And I planned on this trip to be doing both oil painting and watercolors. So I brought like my sketchbook for, more chill, relaxed, journal style sketchbooking. And then I brought my easel set up, my pochade box for the oil paintings. Alright, so here I'm just packing all my things. I was pretty proud of myself. I kept my packing to a minimal. In my opinion, I only packed exactly what I needed, which I was very proud of, even the food. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I'm really excited to show you guys what I got done, and I'll be talking to you in a little bit. Well, happy camping day, everybody. I am getting ready to go on 2 to 3 day-ish camping trip all by myself. My first solo camping trip ever. I'm excited, but also I'm scared because low-key I'm kind of scared of the dark, and the idea of being in nature, isolated in the dark, scares the shit out of me. But we're gonna do it. We got headlamps, we got lights, we got batteries, we'll be okay. So right now it is 10:15 in the morning. I decided to do a late start because it's actually supposed to be like nice weather up in the mountains today. So I was like, well, I don't have to like beat the heat, so I'm just gonna like take my time getting out today. But I do have to wear a jacket when I'm driving because the sun is always on me, and well, like I said before, pale girls with tattoos, we like the shade. So I always have a jacket in my car in case there's like sun. Anyways, I have not eaten breakfast yet, so I'm starving. Anyone who knows me knows that I instantly wake up and eat breakfast. But I just got up and started getting ready today and I have not stopped. So I'm gonna have a muffin, a protein shake, and start heading up the mountain. I can't actually check into my campground until 2 p.m., which is fine because I'm gonna do some plein air up in the mountains first. So my first destination will be in Lake Arrowhead. There's like a picnic area that also has like a trail attached to it. And it's supposed to be like, I think like a 1.5 mile loop, so it's nothing crazy. It says it's a moderate hike, but we'll see. I plan to do oil painting to start out with, and then once I get to my campsite and stuff, I plan to do like more watercolor stuff. So just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm gonna scarf down my muffin and head to the mountains. All right, see you guys soon. All right, so I made it to the trailhead. There was a lot of people when I first got here, but I think there must have been a big group because as soon as I parked and lingered in my car for like 5 minutes, everyone drove away. Like all of this right here was like full of cars. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna squeeze in and park. And then they all left. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't have to squeeze so hard. So I'm going to put my sunscreen on, very important. Put my shoes on, get my bag, and start hiking. The pictures look like there's a lot of shady options on this trail, so I'm hoping for that because I don't do hours of oil painting in the sun. Not my thing. I'm sure we'll find shade. If not, we will head to the picnic area that I think is like across the street from here or something, and do some shady chill painting there instead. But we're on a little adventure today and this week, so let's just see what this trail looks like. See if there's anything to paint. I'm sure there is, so all right, let's get going. Fun little side note, I kind of rediscovered my Fuji Instax camera that I bought like over a decade ago, and I probably haven't used it since then. I bought it around the time I got married, and that was almost 10 years ago. So I charged it up. I have had film laying around for it, so I just charged the battery, and this is my first time, it's like it still works, seeing if it works. So I'm gonna try to take a few pictures to stick in like my sketchbook as like, you know, memories and documenting like this little camping trip of mine. So yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. It's a fun little camera. All right, ready to go. Now I think I know where the trailhead is. It's kind of marked. Like it looks like a fire access road almost. So I'm hoping that's what it is. But yeah, I'll check back in with you once I think I find a spot. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've hiked just under a mile, like almost straight uphill, and with my super heavy pack, I'm like super winded, and I'm worried that if I keep going, I will spend all my energy on the hike, and then will absolutely not want to paint. I haven't seen anything where I'm like, ooh yeah, I definitely want to paint that, but there was one scene like maybe a quarter of a mile or half a mile back towards the start of the trail that looked like a cool spot to set up slash a decent thing to try to paint. I have to admit, like, painting trees and forests is still intimidating to me, so no matter what subject I pick, I'm gonna go into it feeling like a little scared and unsure of myself, but I have to do it anyways because I'm never gonna get good and comfortable at it unless I just keep doing it. So we're gonna go back to the spot. I took a picture of it on the way up, you know, as reference photo, so I think I'll be able to like find it again. There was like a nice wide part of the path right there too, so I can set up without interfering with like other hikers, because there have been other people on this trail for sure, so I don't want to like be a pain in the ass or in the way of anybody, you know. That's just make me feel uncomfortable. It's already uncomfortable painting in public, you know. I'm still getting used to it even after like 6 months of doing this. So we're gonna try to set up. If I get back to the spot and I feel like the lighting has shifted and it's not really a good spot anymore, we might just head back to the car and then try to find a different place to paint. It is still only 12:20, so I have, well, a good 3 to 4 hours left of daylight and then enough light to get back to the campsite and set up my tent and all that, so we got time. And I definitely want to get back to my campsite while there's still daylight, with plenty of daylight, because it's my first time setting up the tent by myself. It's my friend's tent, and I took a video of her setting it up last time we went camping, so when I was alone and I'm borrowing it, I'm pretty confident I could do it on my own. She did it in like 3 minutes, so maybe I can do it in like 10. But anyways, just gonna hike back down and then we'll see where I stop. So, coupled with the fact that I've never gone solo camping before means I've never set up a tent by myself before. I was pretty proud of myself at the end. I looked back at the video here and it took me just under 7 minutes to put this up, including putting the stakes in the tent. But yeah, my friend swore it's an easy 3-minute setup, which I kind of assumed it'd be double that time for me. So a little under 7 minutes and this thing was ready to go. And then of course, setting up my mattress was no big deal. We ended up buying a power bank. My husband and I bought a power bank for me before I went so that I can charge all of my, camera, phone, and then also a way to inflate my air mattress. So everything was really easy and simple, and I'm just glad that it all worked out really well. Okay, so it is 6:45 in the evening and it's actually cold. Like, I have my sweater on and I even put like some fresh socks on to sleep in because it's cold. But I am hopeful that this new sleeping bag will keep me nice and warm. My outdoorsy friend, the one from that last video, she swears that this sleeping bag will keep me warm. It's supposed to be keeping you warm up to like 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's only 62 degrees right now, so I should be good. I also have this extra blanket. So I'm gonna try my best to get sleepy early, so I can wake up early and just get to work. I almost feel like this is like a work trip or something. Like, my goal is to just like paint and draw as much as I can and just, kind of disconnect for the most part. Like, here my Instagram doesn't really load and I can't scroll, so for me that's like disconnecting. I don't have the choice to scroll or anything, so I just want to see how that affects like my art practice. Like, will I actually get down and do like a whole bunch when I have nothing else to do? I didn't even bring like knitting. I kind of intended to and I forgot because I was so focused on packing all like my art stuff, but once I realized I was like halfway up the mountain, I was like, oh crap, I didn't bring knitting. And that's like shocking to me because I would never used to go like days somewhere like more like overnight without bringing something like knitting related. But I'm glad I got this book. I'm probably just gonna read. I have a little headlamp for when the light does go away. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. My campsite actually has a lot of space. Like, my site is huge. It looks like it's made for like a group of like 20 people, but it's just me. And there's even like a couple like quasi trails that are in the back of my campsite, and I kind of ventured up one earlier, and I think I might even be able to just do like some plein air like at my campsite, and maybe even just like kind of walk around and, I don't know, find different things around here to paint. I kind of feel like I'm gonna try like not to drive anywhere tomorrow and just stay put and see what I can do around here, but no promises. I never say I won't do something, because you never know. I could change my mind. But anyways, I love this campsite. It's amazing. It's a minimal utilities type site. There is no like water spigot that I can find. And there's no showers, but there are bathrooms, and it's nice because my site is right next to the bathroom. So I don't have to like try to find it in the middle of the night if I have to go. My goal is to not have to go in the middle of the night because, you know, scary darkness and stuff. But I have my headlamp just in case. But yeah, today was good. I didn't get any oil painting done. I only did a tiny thing at the brewery in Lake Arrowhead, but just how it was. By the time I settled in my campsite, I just kind of felt worn out, and so I didn't do much more, but much more to come tomorrow and the next day, so no big deal. Okay, see you tomorrow. Oh, good morning. Whew. What time is it? I have no idea. Oh, it's not even 6 o'clock yet. I really thought it was like almost 8 or something. I feel so, what do you call it? Awake. I'm already gathering my art stuff, because what else is there to do other than eat breakfast? I think I just might do some like simple campsite sketches for right now, and I don't know, when it feels warmer and I feel more up to it, I might go venture out and do my oil painting. Right, good morning. Okay, so day 2 update. It is now 10:37 in the morning, and I know the last time I talked to you guys was at like, I don't know, 5 something in the morning. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a early start and do all these things, but no. I like was sitting outside and I was like eating my muffin and I was freezing cold, and I was like, you know what, I think I want to go back inside the tent and lay down and just like read a book for a little bit until the sun comes out. But then I ended up reading and then going back to sleep. And then my neighbors, they had 2 dogs and 2 little kids, and from the minute I got here yesterday, the kids just like would not leave me alone. And side note, like, I don't like kids. I'm not a big kid person. I don't have kids. The reason I came out into nature is to kind of get away from people. And every time I like moved in my campsite, the kids were like, oh, hi neighbor, what are you doing, neighbor? And I'm just like, leave me alone. But anyways, they were up at like 6:30 in the morning screaming and being loud and playing music. So I literally just stayed in my tent until it sounded like they were almost unpacking to leave, because I didn't want to interact with people. I don't know if anyone else goes through this, but I have my times where I can be social, and I have times committed to not being social. And like a solo camping trip is 100% me planning to be antisocial. Like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Cool, but I don't want to be bugged every 5 minutes. And first night was kind of a struggle, and so was this first morning. But they are gone. They left like 30 minutes ago, and while they were here, I was just doing some like watercolors at my campsite, and so I didn't film it because I felt weird, because I feel like those kids were just like watching me the whole time, and so the parents are looking at me a lot. So I didn't film it, sorry. I just kind of started a spread of like, I don't know, about my campsite, like a little spread with my tent that I painted and everything. But now I have my backpack on. I am gonna go hike a little bit off this path that's attached to my campsite. And I saw a spot yesterday that looked nice, so I'm gonna see if the lighting is good right now in the spot that I'm thinking. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to doing an oil painting, and I'm hoping to do another one like here by my campsite. There's like a tree stump that has like a flower in front of it. I don't know, it's pretty. And the light's hitting it just right now, but I think it'll be like in the light for most of the day. It's like kind of in a spot where there's no shade. So I think I'll come back, probably eat lunch, and then do a second painting. But of course, like how yesterday went, we'll see. I have plans, but I don't know if they always happen the way I planned them to. Anyways, I'm having silence right now, and it's really nice. So, let's go paint in the silence. Well, in the nature silence. All right. Alright, so this like fallen log here is the spot that I was thinking about coming to. And funny enough, I thought that it was a farther walk from my campsite. But literally my campsite is right there. And then I walked here. And I was like walking, and I was like, oh, I'm already here. It almost feels silly to have like a whole backpack, but I guess I still need to lug my stuff over here anyways. But yeah, I'm just gonna set up, and I have this like panoramic type canvas. So I kind of wanted to have a subject that was wide and long like that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to paint on this. Seems fun, and I'm gonna start setting up now. Alright, so since I brought only like pretty small canvases this trip, I decided to bring my New Wave Yugo tripod instead of my usual like Strata one, because that thing's made for more like large canvases, and this thing is much more portable. I mean, the other one's portable, but this one's like even more simple and portable. And it holds the small canvases really well. This one's like extra wide, so this doesn't technically like hold it, but I did some tests of like tapping on here. It doesn't seem like it'll budge while I'm painting. So these are like also like extra things I bought to go with this to hold obviously thicker canvases, and also can hold taller canvases than the one that comes with this pochade box. And then also, this is my first time using my my box and paint container. My small one. I've been using my medium one for my larger palette box I use with my Strata, but I bought this one too to use when I have the smaller setup, and it's my first time trying it out. I meant to bring some like tacky putty so that it would stick to here, so we're just gonna have to see what it's like trying to get paint off of there. Alright, there's my subject. I might simplify it a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna like put the shrubbery that's in the middle like in the painting. But one other thing, so this tripod I've been using to film because I can hold like my phone holder for taping while I paint. But since I'm using this tripod because it's the one that comes with this pochade box, I thought I'd be able to use my Strata to hold my phone, but this attachment isn't universal, I guess, so the thing I have that holds my phone doesn't fit in there. So I'm hoping throughout the process I will try to like hold my phone up while I paint, but it's kind of hard for me to do like when starting and like mapping things out. So I apologize, I won't be able to share like the whole process of this one, but I'll definitely try to figure out a way to show you guys next time. I don't know if I can like rig something with my chair, I don't know. But this one I'll kind of show you throughout as I go. All right. All right, so here's the painting. I would say about halfway or so. I'm trying the technique like last time when I went plein air, where I did the tree that was, what do you call it? Anyways, I want to keep like obvious brush strokes and keep it simplified. I actually like the way it looks like last time when I kept it really simple and didn't overdo details. And so far I like how this one is looking, so I don't want to like do overkill on it. So I'm gonna add some hues, some like details where like the little knots in the tree are, work on like the foreground a little bit, and then like there's these rocks that I haven't finished painting like in the background, but I'm just gonna add like a little bit to them because I kind of want them to stay like pushed back. I don't want to give them too much life and then they kind of take over. What the tree's like the centerpiece, you know, I don't want the rocks to take over at all. So here's halfway. Again, here's the tree that I'm painting. Here's the two together. And yeah, happy so far. This canvas size is super fun. And this thing is being a little bit of a pain. Every time I try to get paint, it kind of like moves. So I definitely want to bring my tacky putty next time. I think it'll work out really well with the putty. And yeah, keep going. So I am about to like lose my shade right here. So I am kind of trying to like hurry up to put in like some of this detail that I want to get in there. No, details and like just add variation of color. I'm really bad at keeping the camera like aimed at where I'm painting, so I really hope that some of this is like usable so I can show you guys what I'm doing. I feel really bad that I can't like show you the process. I should have like tested out that my phone can go on my Strata tripod before I came out here. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to work with it. Trying to pump up these shadows again. Just get a little bit darker. I do have to add a couple more rocks though that I put shadows for. Like here I created like shadows to put rocks in. I just haven't put those rocks in yet. Added those rocks in over on the side. Maybe bring some shadow back again. This is what I'm talking about with this thing. I'm trying to get paint and it's just like moving all over the place. It's a little difficult. I like to mix burnt umber with ultramarine blue to get like my darkest darks. It's a good mix. I think I intended to put another rock right there. Yes, there is a rock there. It's a very dark rock though. Just a hint. Just a hint of something there. All right, just add a couple more details to the knots. I think I'm gonna call it done. I don't want to overwork it, and I also have to beat the sunlight here, so. Detail brush out. Detail brush. Light's starting to hit my canvas and it's making it kind of hard for me to see. Can you see? I can't tell what I'm doing. Can't see. Alright guys. I like it. Kept it nice and simple. I like all the knots in the tree. It's kind of like what drew me to it. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting log. I like that log. That's a good log. Sorry again, I couldn't see the whole process. But here we are. Oh yeah, so let's see if I can get a close-up with the log in the background. Put it in the shade a little bit. Alright, try to put in the shade so you can see it better. There it is. First oil painting. Now we're going to move the stuff back towards the campsite because there's another log that I like. I might wait till later afternoon when the shade is hitting my campsite better to do that one, but we definitely have lots more paint, so we have lots more paintings to do. Now the beauty of this pochade box is this, and done. It's so easy. Then you just loosen it down here, take it off. Boom. Cleanup is very easy. Setup is very easy. Now let's just move it all back to the campsite. Guess what time it is? Lunchtime. Sandwich time. I love the sandwich that I packed. Or the stuff I packed to make a sandwich. Alright. Step 1. Bread. Aha! Check out the slice of cheese. I asked the deli girl, can I have just 3 slices of cheese and make it kind of thick? These are like a solid 1/4 inch thick slices of provolone. I think I'll have a Celsius after. Oh, and chips. Alright, so I think I figured out a way I can record the painting process, since I don't have a tripod that works right now. I remembered I had this like strap clip that I can put my Osmo Pocket 3 camera on, and then it can just have like a first person view. So I'll do my best to see how this works. Currently I am getting ready to paint a little tree stump that's like in my campsite. Let's see. That tree stump right there. It's hard to tell in this video, but I think it's pretty. It has like good light and shadow, and it has like that little like orange flower in front of it. So I think I'm gonna do like a tiny like 4x6 panel to paint this, like a quick little cute painting. But yeah, I'm just gonna do the same kind of setup I just did with my last painting, and I'll start recording to show you guys. All right, hopefully this works. Luckily I'm doing another like log tree stump sort of thing, so I think the same color palette would be pretty nice too, since I already have my colors mixed. We'll get white out in case I need more, because it looks like I'm running low, but we'll see. Use the same brushes I already got dirty. It is getting a bit windier, so I'm going to try my best to keep these under the rubber band. And by the way, I forgot to mention, that's refined linseed oil. I am kind of sort of switching over to walnut oil. I've been using that mostly like in studio work. I've had this kind of pre-packed, so I didn't want to change it out. Ta-da! Tiny canvas. Cute. Alright, so I finished my watercolor version of that tree stump that I did the oil painting of. I have to admit, I think after this trip I've learned that for watercolor, one, I like to sit down, and two, I like to work on a table. Like, I like to have my stuff all laid out, like my water, my giant palette. At first I wasn't happy because I think because of the wind, and I was kind of just giving up because I was frustrated, but I'm happy with it now. Definitely different from the oil painting version, but it's cool. And I'm just waiting for it to dry so I can put the sketchbook away, at least until, I'm kind of trying to wait till that table is out of the sun. I think as the evening gets later, I think it gets shaded. And then I'm just gonna work on a couple like little things in the sketchbook, nothing crazy. At least that's kind of the plan. But I'm gonna have dinner, and then once the time comes, we'll see if I'm up for it or not. If not, I'll probably just be reading the rest of the night. Reading Twilight for like the millionth time. Not millionth, maybe like my 4th time reading it. You know, the past like 15 years. So not crazy. So yeah, that's what's going on. Sorry I didn't actually finish a lot, like filming the last like 10 minutes of this, because when I called my husband, I forgot to turn the camera back on. But I filmed most of it, I think, so I'm happy about that. And that's it for now. Good morning. Welcome to day 3. It is Friday today. As soon as I woke up at like 7, I knew I wanted to get started because I know that this spot has shade for probably another hour. And then I want to be able to do my watercolor on like my picnic bench, because the rest of the day until like the evening, which I won't be here, it's in the sun. So I just want to take advantage of this table while I have it. I'm just gonna paint like this like log and rock that's right in front of me, just to complete like my campsite spread, because it's part of my campsite. It's kind of like a log and a rock that's around like the fire pit. This is my spread so far. I think I'm keeping this tree simple. I kind of like the idea of it just being like a little line drawing, like a little obsolete detail on the edge there. So get started with that. But I have to tell you, Last night at like 3:30 in the morning, I was woken up by this like, I don't even know what to call it, like a barking scream that scared the crap out of me. I was like, oh man, I'm sleeping so good. And then it's like, here, let me play it for you right now. Yeah, so that went on for a while, and like that sound got like closer and closer to my tent till the point where I swear I heard like some kind of like footsteps around my tent. And like the sound that I recorded was when it was starting to get farther away again. And so imagine like how loud it was right outside my tent. It scared me to the point where I felt the blood like rush out of my face. And then I started recording that because I was like honestly too scared to move when I first was hearing it because I didn't want it to hear me. I don't know what it was. It's probably like a fox or something. I tried Googling like loud noises in the woods at night. And it's like foxes and there's some deer barks or something. And there's different animals that are nocturnal and could be making those noises. But it still scares me. I don't actually have neighbors last night, which is great for like peaceful silence, but in the middle of the night I was like, oh my god, I'm all alone, what is that? But eventually like I stopped hearing it, and then I heard it once more, but it was like really far away. I'm like, okay, good, whatever it is, it's leaving. So I eventually went back to sleep, but I was probably awake for at least an hour. Like I almost gave up trying to sleep and just like, well, I guess I'll just read a book and wait till the sun comes up. But I got back to sleep, thankfully. Anyways, that's my story. I was gonna do like a little Blair Witch Project type video in the dark and be like, oh my god, I hear noises. But I was honestly too scared to even talk and make noises myself. So yeah, no footage other than the sound. Anyways, let's get started on this. I have my other camera right here, so hopefully you guys can see like what I'm doing. And after this, I plan to do one more oil painting before I pack up my camp and leave to go home. All right. Alright, sorry if I sound nasally. I started getting a bloody nose at the end of this painting, and I had to put a little Kleenex up my nose. It's okay. It happens. I get bloody noses sometimes. So yeah. I just added these little splotches. I'm going to add like a little, I don't know, paragraph right here about my trip. And I just wanted to kind of frame it a little bit, so it's not just a big old blank open space. So that's my spread with my extra E, of course. Green Valley. So that's it for this. I think I'm going to try to find out what I want to oil paint. So let's find a spot. this is what I'm painting, not filming, painting. Another tree stump, but it's like, it looks like it was burned or something. It's like really black. So, one more small oil painting before it's time to go. I'm officially back home from my 2-3 day camping trip. Man, I should have filmed it, but packing that tent back up was like the hardest part of the whole entire trip. Like setting up, no big deal. Everything else, I kept it pretty simple, no big deal. Man, packing that tent, I kept telling myself, it's fine, you're gonna do it. You'll get it done eventually. But it tested me. Anyways, I just wanted to check back in, and I wanted to maybe just do my last check-in outside. Seemed fitting after, ooh, what chair? Seemed fitting after, you know, a camping trip outside. But of course, it's more suburban and in my backyard. But I just wanted to close this video out, kind of tally up what I did. So I did 3 pages in my sketchbook of watercolor, so like one spread of like the campsite, and then that one extra page of like the tree stump study that I did, and then I ended up doing, you know, the 3 oil paintings. And actually what's really exciting, last night after I posted like the long narrow panoramic one on Instagram, an Instagram friend, artist friend of mine, bought the painting, which is so cool. It's always feels a little bit special when another artist like appreciates your work. So it was definitely my favorite painting by far of the week, and yeah, I'm glad it's going to be going to a good home. So once the oil paint dries, I'll ship it off. And yeah, I just appreciate the support. It's amazing. It's amazing to ever sell anything, you know. It's like, okay, good, I'm a little bit validated. Like, I think it's good, but you know, other people do too. So if you're watching this, it might mean that you also appreciate my art, so thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking through this little solo camping trip of mine. I did expect to get more art done, but the first day just didn't really go as planned, so just it is what it is. It still is plenty, you know, but I just thought I'd be doing art like 8 hours a day, but I ended up having different plans and, you know, reading a book and stuff. Hope you enjoyed watching this trip. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you don't mind, obligatory statement of please like, please subscribe the video. It helps my channel a lot. It's such a baby channel, and the more little clicks I get, the better it is for me to help grow. So, till next time, bye.